And here's a couple to capture that LA feeling. This is one prayer for fallen angels. Also, she says a little prayer for who. A Buddhist prayer on Vermont Street, burning joss, chicken and veggies from a restaurant, offered to the God she knows. To the east she is praying, while a vagrant sleeps in his own urine next to the phone kiosk. And I'm on the payphone praying someone answers so I don't get billed 30 units off my phone card for talking to a machine. I prefer watching the gentle Thai woman creating a holy spot in the middle of this not-so-sacred mound of rotting carcasses of fallen, degraded angels. God bless her sweet Thai smile and the face she is to keep believing, even in the face of this relentless onslaught of convincing lies. For truth is only the most insisted upon and asserted falsehoods. A whole economy based on lies with finks and phonies apparently in control. It must be true. You can look it up on the net. Having lost the ability to evaluate any two things, they've all become urgently important or meaningless to the bum on the ground, the pimp on the corner, the cop in his helicopter watching down on this scene. God bless her sweet Thai smile and her prayers and the smell of her incense as it offsets the piss. Incense smells better than bum urine. You can look it up on the net. I get time for one more?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is from a bus trip to get a heart test that I was required to do. It's called Sitting on Graffiti, the Verdugo Hills Blues. I'm sitting on someone else's graffiti. I can't believe anyone would waste their art on a bus seat. What am I supposed to do, read it with my ass? Forgive me, these acts of vandalism get my Irish up. Such a waste of talent and humanity on this beautiful LA day, coming down from the hills of Verdugo, where there should be just coyotes and roadrunners, and now there's a hospital complex and a movie complex and a rattan furniture complex, and then Los Feliz in Verdugo announces a mechanical voice. Another loss of live communication. Remember, the bus driver himself used to announce with some vigor, University, Pine Street, or even Pike Street, Woolworths, the library. Why am I sitting on graffiti? The hills were nice. They tested my heart on a treadmill and it pumps just fine. Good thing they didn't have me on the treadmill of love. They would have set off alarms once they got to that everlasting devotion setting. But no regrets. I look at the wise, retired Chinese man sitting on graffiti too with his golf clubs going to play around on the public course, and I bet he has at least $1 million in the bank. Takes me back to age 15. Me with my clubs taking the number 37 to play 18 before my summer job when the buses had no graffiti. And the only people with earphones stuck in their ears were basically deaf. And now I'm asking this lovely young Asian girl if the next stop is on Honolulu Street and she has to reach under her velvety rich hair and extract the buds of her iPod to hear me. She's so friendly and delightful. She smiles and replies, no, 2 more stops. And retreats to her iPod again, and I realize there is hardly anyone really on this bus. They're all in their own special place, virtually free, but actually trapped like a cockroach in a toxic hotel on the Avenue of Stars, and they can't even hear their own sighs or moans of old-fashioned analog living. They have digital copies of pirated downloads from the illegally connected computer of some graffiti artist whose work is now under my flat Irish butt. But hey, this town is really all right. The air is getting cleaner, I swear. And there's this nicely groomed gentleman helping the too young mother of 2 with her luggage as she gets off the bus. And despite the graffiti and the classically dressed black lady with the tasteful jewelry and a bit of elegant cleavage instead of boobs busting out of a day-glow yellow halter top. And how about that tasty grilled salmon and veggies of Zeke's up on Montrose with Albert Collins on the jukebox talking about taking me back? Could you turn that up? And if someone asks me where I can get my heart fixed, I say I know a place in Glendale, just off-brand. So I'm down from the hills, Edgemont, says the Rodman robot voice of the metro. My heart is fine. I enjoyed the bus ride, but next time I'll bring a nice embroidered seat cushion to counteract the graffiti on the seat. Thank you.
Good job.